Have you ever wondered which variation of the word bear to use in a sentence? Because the word bear can mean to carry, or it can mean to tolerate. The word bear sounds like bear, but it is spelled differently, and the two have different meanings. These tricky words and many others like them are members of a group of words called homophones. It's easy to understand the difference between some homophones. For example, English learners usually understand the difference between the word ate, which is the past tense of eat, and eight, which is a number. But there are certain homophones that are confusing and difficult. A lot of native English speakers also get confused by homophones, so don't worry if you don't pick it up straight away. In this lesson, we'll discuss the most commonly confused homophones, the ones you're most likely to use in either day-to-day conversation or in your academic work. I hope this lesson will help you to avoid that embarrassment which you might have been facing while misplacing some of the homophones. A homophone can be defined as a word that seems similar to another word when pronounced but has a different spelling and meaning. For example, the word night and night are similar in pronunciation but are different in spelling as well as in meaning. Sometimes the words may have the same spelling, such as rose, which is the past tense of rise, and rose, which is a flower. Mostly, however, they are spelled differently. The word homo means same, and the root phone means sound. So homophones are the words that have same sound. But how to memorize the difference between the two homophones is still a question. Such as the words through and through will sound the same to you, but they're different from each other, not only in spelling but in meaning as well. Trust me, a bit of imagination can work fine in this case. What you need to do is, you need to know the meaning of both the words and create a picture in your mind to remember the difference between both the words. Once you've done so, try to use each word in a sentence. Using this method, you can easily learn the difference between the homophones that always confuse you. So let's apply this method on this pair. The only common thing in this pair is their pronunciation. Otherwise, they belong to different parts of speech and they have entirely different meanings. Both of them are pronounced as through, through. The first one is a preposition and it means from one side of something to the other. Let's see the use of this word in sentences. The burglar got in through the window. The sand ran through my fingers. The second word is also pronounced as through, but it belongs to a different grammatical category. It is a verb and it is the past tense of the word throw. The word throw means to send through the air with a quick forward motion. Look at the sentences. The boy threw a stone at the window. He threw the letter into the fire. The next pair of homophones that often confuses us with its spellings and pronunciation is the word sow. It's pronounced as sow, sow. Both of these words are verbs. The first one means to plant seeds in the ground. Example sentences are: sow the seeds in pots. We'll sow this field with barley. The second word baffles the ESL learners the most. I've heard many students pronouncing it as sew, whereas it's pronounced as sow, sow, and its past form is sowed and past participle is sown or sewed. Its meaning is to stitch a cloth with a needle or a machine. Examples are: she can sew very well. You should sew that hole up before it gets any bigger. And then we have the word blue and blue. Both have same sound but belong to different parts of speech. The first one is an adjective and it's the name of a color. See the examples? Both candidates wore blue jeans. The sky was blue and clean. The second word is a verb and it is the past form of the word blow. Past participle of this word is blown. So we have the forms blow, blew, and blown. The word blew means to move with speed or force. Example sentences are: the wind blew the door shut. A gust of wind blew his hat off. We have discussed the three pairs of homophones in detail. Now it's time to check how much you have understood them. So let's take this small quiz. You have to choose the correct option according to the given context. So let's do it. The teacher will discover who the pencil, who threw the pencil. So it's a verb that is needed here. The bird flew the open window. The bird flew through the open window. So the preposition through is needed here. The storm over land and sea. The storm blew over land and sea. So it's a verb. We painted the ceiling blue. The color blue was needed here. He had to the button on. He had to sew the button on means he had to stitch the button on. Every spring I seeds in the garden. I sow seeds in the garden. So it means I plant seeds in the garden. Thank you so much for watching. Do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and share.